Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Drinkin' Thinkin', episode 1. My name's James Keegan.
My name's Ben.
So, what's up, Ben? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm, a little bit. We had a rough production. This is our third episode, actually.
Well, it's our official first episode, our opening. Here we are, out of the closet, as you would say.
Do people say that? Out of the closet?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, James is out of the closet anyway, but...
Okay, yeah, cheers.
So, your first episode, our third. So, welcome.
Welcome. It's good to have some listeners.
Hopefully.
Nobody's listening right now.
No,
except for Aaron.
Except for
in the control room.
little Aaron on the
Little
sound
Aaron.
desk.
Just call him Little Aaron.
Right, so what's on the agenda today?
Okay. We have a few news items that have come out lately, a couple movie, quickie reviews, and just some general talk,
Again, to a little behind the scenes, everything you're about to hear us talk about, we talked about
last week.
Last week.
We did an entire episode, 45 minutes.
Due to some technical difficulty that I'm not going to get into, it was lost. It was lost
Ben.
to time and space.
Just someone didn't press record, isn't that right, Ben?
I think it was the machines, but
Just the machines.
yeah, I'm not going to...
Okay, I'll let you away with that.
Yes.
Fucking prick. Alright. Okay, news. First up, we have Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Cowboys,
yeah.
Righto.
So, what do you think?
I think it looks awesome. I think graphics look fantastic. Just think about the scope it's going to be.
Just those... That, like, the entire trailer was shot after shot of just these huge plains and vistas and mountains. And especially after GTA 5, you're like, it's going to be massive.
I'm interested. Of all Rockstar games, I suppose the thing, the stories are always great. So I'm interested to see. It looks like they could be misleading, but it looks like 7 playable characters.
Yeah.
If they are the playable characters,
yeah,
unless they're the bad guys, which is a suspicion I might have.
You told me about that a couple of days ago, that you think the villains may be
the 7 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were going to be
the
the
playable
playable characters,
but
but
it's just an evolution of the 3
I'd be into that.
I think that'd be cool. You have 7 guys to kill.
Yeah.
7 targets, 7 guys pursuing you the whole game.
From the trailer, they don't look too different though.
Yes, there's one that looks like maybe Indian, and one that looks like it may be a woman.
Yeah, but the rest of them just look like cowboys.
I could not imagine them getting away with not having a woman if you have 7 playable characters.
Rockstar seem to always remember what they said about GTA 5 when people are hounding them. Why do you have 3 playable characters, but they're all men, and they came out and said, "Wait, listen, it's the story. You did no woman."
Yeah, but
had
you can only kind of get away with that.
I think
for so long.
I think that Rockstar, because they're so sort of untouchable, and they have that sort of integrity, they can get away with it. They
can do what they want. They can do whatever they want.
Oh,
people are going to buy queue up around the corner all night.
They kill my mother, I'd buy it the next day.
Yeah. So I'm very interested. It's probably number 1 on my anticipated games.
Yeah, and it's a year out now.
Yes, it's a year out. So we should be getting a second trailer, by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's
gameplay
not too
by
far.
March, I see.
Today, it's October 26th today. Month and a half we get a trailer. Second trailer. Hopefully.
That'd be cool. Also, imagine Under Nightmare 2.
Oh my god.
In an open world, that may be a full game itself.
This is another thing we talked about. That the existence of Red Dead Redemption 2 nulls any hope for story for GTA 5 new DLC.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, I guess, but I feel like we were kind of lied to because we were told there was going to be story DLC.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, they could have one. They could announce it and bring it out 6 weeks later.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening because the game's 3.5 years old.
And they're so focused on GTA Online.
Yeah. But the way they teased it, because there was all the stuff, there's going to be a jetpack and so aliens. Yeah, and just nothing ever
the
came
mystery
of
of Mount Chiliad.
Because Rockstar's not the type of people who kind of abandon things halfway. They seed it and
it's all part of some bigger plan.
Yeah, so I'm a bit miffed, but
Same.
I'll accept it.
Well, at this point, I don't care about GTA 5. I just want to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
So maybe it sort of lessens the blow, but I'm still a bit sad you don't get to see anyone again.
Yeah, shame.
Maybe in Red Dead Online we'll be able to have Trevor or Michael as their dad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
With their stupid heritage system.
Fucking
makes no sense.
Just let us design the character. Just let us like do the eye spacing, not just have the flick through fucking random people.
Your dad was Nico, yeah.
No.
No.
I could have him be Nico, but he made my guy look ugly. Because he had really defined cheekbones and
big
like
nose.
this kind of gaunt look to him. So I didn't pick him.
No, wait. Not Nico. Your granddad.
John Marston.
John Marston.
Yes, yeah.
Everybody's
badass.
Everybody's granddad was John Marston. Like, he got around.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost half the population of Los Santos is.
It was the Wild West. You know,
yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So, is that all you have to say about Red Dead?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Everything else we said is
lost.
It was a very exclusive episode that was, wasn't it? Just me and you.
You would have loved it.
It was fucking gold, man.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Okay, topic number 2, Logan. We have a new trailer for those who don't know. It's the third Wolverine movie, starring Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart back as Professor X. Very somber, very different than I think a lot of people were expecting.
Definitely.
More story-based, character-based.
Yeah.
It seems he's accompanied by a little girl for the whole movie, which could go either way. When done well, it's done amazing, and when not done well,
it's just like it ruins the film.
Yeah.
It looks to be great, but I'm worried about a second trailer coming out and changing the tone. Because we get that a lot though. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they've said that it's not gonna be your mother's superhero movie. It's a dark story, you know, almost, I hate to say it, but like a Nolan-esque reboot.
Yeah.
That's thrown around too much.
Yeah. Exciting though.
It is.
It's gonna be super violent as
R-rated.
well. Yeah. The R-rated, if anyone's seen the Red Band trailer, you see why it's R-rated.
For about a second and a half.
It's in the thumbnail when you click on the video, so you'll see it. Yeah.
A claw going through some dude's head.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It is, yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna, since we talked about these last week, we're just gonna fast forward through. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes.
Trailer.
Yeah. I can't remember. When did that come out? That came out 2 weeks ago?
A week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I
remember enjoying it. I remember the standout things were much like the original, were like those visuals. But other than that, I can't really remember anything standing out to me.
Well, I think it's because we've seen... part of it's a race for me because we've seen another Marvel thing since.
Oh, yes, we saw it.
Since that trailer.
We saw Doctor Strange.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's Guardians. I love Guardians. I love the first one.
Yeah.
I love all those guys in those roles. I like there's been certain costume changes I like and some I don't. Fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves.
Fucking love fingerless gloves, man. They make everything cooler, don't they? They do.
Yeah,
they make everyone fucking cooler.
What other design changes?
Groot
is a little
Groot's
tree
baby
man.
Groot now.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
It's a bit too cutesy.
You know, yeah. There'd be some funny bits.
They should have killed him off.
Yeah, that was sad though.
But again,
maybe they did. Maybe this is baby. Maybe there's a new.
This is that's a topic we'll probably get into later about Marvel's inability to kill off people.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And as well as that, there's a Star-Lord has a kind of armor outside of his jacket.
Like a body armor type thing.
Yeah, but it's over his jacket, and I don't like that because it'd be cooler if it was between the jacket.
Well, it's also impractical, because how do you take your jacket off?
Yeah, if your jacket catches fire, you get some like alien sludge on it and starts burning. What are you gonna do? He's fucked.
He is. Well, he's not the brightest character, is he?
That's true.
Maybe they'll explain it away.
Yeah, looks cool though. Michael Rooker, he has the fin this time.
What did he have? Did he have an actual mohawk in the first one?
He had like it was a super short thing.
Oh yeah.
But in the comics, and it goes red when he has the little needle thing. But in the comics, it's a long fin, and they have that now in the.
That's cool.
In the movie, so that's cool. And it seems like he's going to be a much more integral part of.
That's the movie. They're like upgrading him. They're upgrading Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan, yeah.
What's her name again? Nebula. Nuba. They made both of those two much bigger characters in this one. It seems they're both on the poster.
Yeah.
Is Yondu's on the poster, isn't he?
Yeah.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, Yondu and Nebula and the main team as well.
That is strange.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited though. Should be good.
Yeah. And then Karen Gillan said that she wants her own movie.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah,
right. As if that's gonna ever happen.
Out of all the people who should try to get their own.
Maybe a one shot. She might get a one shot.
They don't exist anymore, do they?
No, they just make TV shows now.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch them.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, next in the news, Nintendo Switch. Got a new Nintendo console. All you Pokemon Go lovers.
Good luck. Good day. That's.
You have no real opinion on it, do you?
No, it's interesting. I still haven't seen, what it looks like or how it works, but the idea is pretty interesting.
I haven't owned a Nintendo console since I never got a Wii. I never got on board with Wii or Wii U or anything like that. The last Nintendo console I had was a Game Boy Advance. I don't think I've ever owned a Nintendo home console.
Mm-hmm.
And this is but of all of them that have come out since, this is the one I'm more likely to get. If they release at the right price, I could see this taking off like.
Well, just to
the way that we did, like.
Just to like, if anyone else hasn't seen it, it's basically it's like a tablet.
So it's effectively a tablet, a big enough tablet, and you have two detachable controllers, one on either side.
Right.
So they plug into the side and you play it on the go.
Yeah, like
So when you get back to your house, this is why it's called Switch. You can switch it over to your television. You dock it onto a little thing that connects to the TV, and you just play the games on the TV. You can use both controllers for two different people. You can use them both at the same time. I don't know if they're motion controllers or not. That hasn't really been. They've said nothing about motion controls.
That may be.
I think they're trying to phase it out, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
not a lot of people are going for that now.
Yeah, and I say it's gonna be cheaper. I think they'd be hitting 300 quid to 250, 300 with it.
They've always been cheaper, haven't they?
Yeah, but they've always been kind of less technologically advanced.
Yeah, they're a toy company, not a game company, though, aren't they?
Yeah, all directed at kids.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, I won't get it, but it's definitely, at least they're pushing forward.
I'm probably not gonna get it, but I'm more likely to get that than I was ever to get a Wii.
Yeah. And this is their sort of answer to PS4 and Xbox One. It has the same as it's a strong machine, isn't it?
Yeah, well with it has Skyrim Definitive Edition is coming out, the remastered one. That's coming out on it, so it's at least on par with
it's able
PS4
to play
and Xbox One. I've noticed something with the advertising campaign. The Wii and Wii U were Nintendo always very heavily markets to kids.
Yeah.
It's always kids playing Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sun and Moon and shit. Or kids playing Wii with their parents. There's not a single child in any of the Wii U any of the Switch ads yet. So they're advertised. They're trying to get the grown up market.
Yeah, I heard someone say that this is them trying to answer to like VR and stuff, and VR is very much promoting to some like an older audience. So I guess they're trying to get the core gamers, and maybe later on when they get a price drop, they'll go for the younger crowd.
Yeah. Last comment on that.
I'll see where it goes.
Same. Groovy. Okay, next up, VR. We tried out VR last week.
2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, shit. Can't even pretend now.
Yeah. No, I'm
we're just on board. Okay, we'll just move on. We never even introduced who we are or what we're doing.
It doesn't matter.
We'll get to it in the end. Groovy. VR. We tried out VR, so I got to try out London the Heist.
I tried out Eve Valkyrie,
yes. And I think I got the better experience than you did.
Well, you got the VR experience. I got the real
headset,
the real experience.
Yeah, mine had full motion tracking, move controllers as well.
Yeah.
It was super fucking immersive. I mean, when I looked to my right and there was a guy I'm in a car. You look around, I was like, that's cool. Then I looked to my right, there's a guy to scale looking at me, talking to me. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then he throws me a gun, and he gives me the gun, and then it's like open, and I'm picking up fucking Coke cans and pouring them out.
Throwing them out.
Yeah, trying to throw everything at him.
Yeah. He dropped her gun.
And then when you get into it, when like cars start pulling up and shooting at you, and when you get into it, it's really like you're there. Like you forget the world around you exists and what a fucking idiot you must look like. But even like the way like aiming down the sights is you're actually looking. Your head is to perspective with the gun. And that's where you're shooting, and it's something else. Anyone who says, "Oh fuck VR," you really have to try it before you make your mind up on whether you're gonna get it or not. I'm probably gonna get it. I might wait until it gets a bit cheaper.
What's that now?
Pro is out 400.
400.
And that I don't know if that comes with any games.
Right.
It probably comes with VR Worlds. I'm not 100% on that. I'm probably gonna wait for. Well, one, I'm finished college and I have money. That'd be nice when I actually have some cash to burn. But I'm also gonna probably wait until the Pro is out and there's a decent like bundle.
That's the new.
That's the 4K PlayStation because I have a 4K TV and
yeah.
I want to use that.
La di da.
Very good.
I tried Eve Valkyrie, as I was saying, and that one was because your one's made for VR.
Yeah,
so
it's a little 5-minute experience.
Yeah, and it's it's not like amazing graphics and stuff. It's more so to get the idea of what this is, how you work in moving and your head moves and stuff like that. So I tried the game, like a full fledged game, that you could buy for 60 quid, and I couldn't move my head around or anything, but just being in like that world with the graphics and this really good sound design and stuff like that, it's really impressive. Like, you lose track of what's going on. And
in terms of the quality of the screen itself, it is one screen, isn't it? It's separate. It's not two little mini screens. I'm pretty sure it's one screen. Could you see pixels?
Pixels?
It is kind of like putting your head really up close to a TV, but it's just around you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the exact same because, it wasn't hurting my eyes or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it's not. It wasn't like crisp.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because it's the same with my one.
Your man was telling me when I had it on that, remember there was like a focus on the side. There was a little thing that
I'm wondering
changed
if I
the
had
focus.
settings on properly fully, because I never touched that thing at the back.
I was touching it, and when I was touching it, I saw it go out of focus, and I put it back into where it was, but he kept bringing it back up, saying, "Oh, if you change it, it'll change the focus." So I think maybe we were using it at like 75%.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just a little bit blurry. Yeah.
And that's VR.
That's
our little VR segment.
Little VR segment.
Groovy.
Little expose, I guess.
Alrighty then. So we saw a couple of movies over the past few days. One of them early and one of them big. We start with The Accountant.
The Accountant.
No spoilers, because it's not actually out yet.
No, look at us.
So we'll try not to spoil it. Yeah. We got
exclusivity that we had to pay for.
Groovy. Yeah, we did. Did we have to?
Well, we bought the tickets, didn't we? We bought the unlimited card.
That's true.
Basically, it's
a perk though.
Yeah, at Cineworld, you can get, if you have the unlimited card, you get, imagine that, you get to go to every maybe 2 months you get to go to a movie like 10 days early.
Yeah.
And usually they're green room, they're hell or high water, they're great films.
Our favourite movies of the year.
Yeah, but then we got Accountant.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, I did quite like it now. I came out of it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It felt like a superhero movie in a way. That there's an origin and a villain, just the way it's kind of put together.
That's the thing. It was, when you say put together, it's exactly that. It's someone said comedy, drama, action, thriller, all these, crime procedural as well.
Yeah.
And then just tried to mash that all together, and it was just this all over the place mess.
I disagree. I think what I did like about him most though was the performances. I think I really liked everyone in it. Was fantastic.
I liked the action.
The action. Simmons and
yeah.
John Bernthal was brilliant in that. I have to say.
Was he though?
Yeah, he was great. He was because he always plays a kind of straight,
stoic,
tough guy, and this was him kind of having a bit of fun and being a bit more kind of.
But you can't.
Zany.
You can't say that like he was fine in it because he said the lines and he stood where he was supposed to stand, but there wasn't much, like, he did the best he could do because there's not much there. No one had anything substantial to do,
Well, I think going into that movie and coming out of the movie, there's two different kind of categories you put in. One is like the one it's in effectively is kind of the Liam Neeson, Sean Bean. Type of action, like Taken or Walk Among Tombstones, or that's what it is. It's kind of a big dumb popcorn action movie.
That's
going into it. What I was expecting was something more along the lines of I'm not Gone Girl.
Well, I was gonna say almost. Like I think because it's the Ben Affleck. We'll just bring that into it. But I was thinking it was gonna be maybe like a darker trailer with with lots of atmosphere and stuff, because the trailer is like really dark and really sort of brooding, and like it keeps building up and like, oh, what's gonna happen, and all of the trailers were like that. There was never one that said this is a popcorn action flick, that's.
We were surprised to find out that he used guns in it.
Yeah, I
remember that. it's like, it seemed like it's gonna be kind of a thriller, almost maybe an Oscar-y thing.
Oh, yeah.
In a sense. That's about the super smart guy and how he sees the world and all. But Yeah, when I remember one of the trailers, they got to the end of the trailer and
and
he's
he
there
was took
shooting loads of
a
guns.
50
I'm like,
cal. Yeah,
what the fuck?
it is very strange.
Yeah.
There was like 8 different subplots that had no reason to be there, and when they
That's true,
ended,
yeah.
like they didn't really end. Like it was just like loose ends and things that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I did like, there was the way one story came together, I liked.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, yeah, I think you know the one I was talking about. You said I predicted it, and you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how
Well,
I like how that.
that's essentially there's basically one main story that goes through it, and that's the one you're talking about right now. And all these other subplots.
Yeah, J.K.
about
Simmons' whole thing
about like the whole government side, whole romantic side, this whole thing about
Anna
like a
Kendrick,
scandal.
John Lithgow, and all.
It didn't make sense, and it didn't need to be there.
Yeah, it's maybe too many strings going around.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie, enjoyable movie. I'd recommend it to people.
It was enjoyable, and I'd recommend it only on like
That you know what you're going into.
and you're in your house already, and you're not gonna leave. Like you have a broken leg or something. Because don't pay to see it.
Okay. Well, I disagree. I think support it, man. It's a good movie.
Well, yeah.
Decent touch.
So what would be? Are we done with the accountant?
I think so. I think you've made your opinion very clear on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've made mine. So our second movie, which we saw yesterday, very excited to talk about this. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
So starring Benedict Cumberbatch, new Marvel movie, big Marvel movie. This one's been knocking about for a while now. They've been talking about this one. It was a bit surreal to finally sit down, because I remember 3-4 years ago, no one knew who Doctor Strange was.
Yeah.
You know, even like, you know, when Guardians was announced, no one knew who Guardians was. I didn't even know who Guardians was. But Doctor Strange is a character I was always familiar with. And now I'm going around seeing the ads on bus posters now. I'm going to the Pennies and seeing Doctor Strange t-shirts, and I'm like, that's weird. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna resonate with a lot of people. I think they'll enjoy it in the same way people enjoyed Inception.
Inception only because of like the visual style.
Yeah, it is the visual, particularly.
It's very much in the same camp as Guardians of the Galaxy, that it's risky, you know.
Yeah,
it could go either way. It's gonna do well. That's for damn sure.
No, it's for damn sure.
But it's a very tough sell.
Yeah, I guess, but like watching it, you forget it is very far removed from the other MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. To the point you almost forget that it's part of that universe. And almost thinking that this stuff is happening
at the same time
whenever you're watching Daredevil or when the Punisher show comes out, and it's like, yeah, there was this guys that fought in an alternate dimension, New York, and
all this right
folding into each
other, and that inevitably you know that they're gonna meet up.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I'd be interested now to see, because he is a very kind of Tony Stark-esque character.
Yeah, I can see it.
They'd have good banter, I think, together on screen.
Yeah, they would.
They'll have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But also the way he is kind of so weird. That you could picture him talking, having a conversation with Rocket.
And it would make sense. Yeah, you'd understand. You'd be like, okay. You'd go with it.
I think, again, performances in that, I think, were great. Everyone across the board was
no, really Tilda Swinton was perfectly just fine.
I don't really like Tilda Swinton, particularly.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason. I don't mean to upset her.
Well, she's that type of actress, you know?
Yeah, but, you know, because I'm sorry, Tilda, if you're listening. I'm sorry, but I just think she's never been in anything I love that much, or I love any character she's played particularly. But I liked her quite a bit more than I was expecting to in it.
She played her part. She plays the mentor in the film anyway, but she just played exactly what she had to do.
Yeah.
Much like everyone in The Accountant, they just did what they were paid to do. Right. You know, there was no thing there. You know, there's no that thing that draws you to a role. Yeah. Same thing is said for Mads Mikkelsen, who plays the villain.
Yeah, that's a shame. He's such a great actor,
but you come to expect that with Marvel.
It's the same thing with every villain they have in every movie.
They just can't do it, can they?
Throwaway thing. And it's like, oh, there's this other thing that's going to be bigger, and that'll come next time, and that does, and it's not as good, and it's like, yeah.
Well, that itself, what you just said, is almost a comparison or a way to sum up the films themselves, where it's oh yeah, there's this thing here. There's this
But wait.
problem. But wait.
Especially wait till after the fucking credits.
Wait until after Chris, because then you're gonna be
then
excited.
See him.
Yeah.
Doesn't it become a bit redundant at a point when it's like, why are we ever going to be excited for any of these movies if it's just teasing the next thing?
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's. And now you're finally coming over to my side.
No, I'm not. I'm not, because I love Marvel, and I'll buy tickets to any shit that they put on. You know, I've seen all the movies, all the shows. The shows, I don't know how long I'll be able to keep up with, because they're making so fucking many now at this point.
Too many.
It might get to the point where I'll just keep on the ones I'm watching and the Netflix stuff probably as well.
Well, then even I was about to say I'll keep up with the Netflix stuff, but even the Netflix stuff. I watched Daredevil season 2. I watched first episode of Jessica Jones. Stopped. Never watched.
You didn't even watch the whole episode.
What's it called?
Luke Cage.
I was gonna call it Tony Fist.
Tony Fist.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, Punisher. Wait, what am I talking about? I've lost track.
Netflix shows.
Yeah. They have a little bit of integrity.
Yeah.
Whereas the films, all their TV, you know, they do the exact same thing over and over again, and it's enjoyable at the time. You know, they're fun movies, and everyone's great in the roles, especially when all the lead characters are all like they own the roles. But the villains are always the same and never go anywhere. The ending is inconsequential, and no one ever dies, except for a villain, maybe, because they might come back.
No, the villain almost always dies.
But there's
That's
always
the
that
problem.
there's always that
That's
chance
one
where
of the
you're like,
problems. Hold on to
might
them.
not
Let them. You know, this is their first story.
Yeah.
And I think it is more a problem with origin movies, because I think you notice that the better villains are in the sequels.
Yeah.
Because the first movie is we're so focused on the main character.
The villain just has to be there.
The villain just has to be there to be something in the way. Where with the sequels, you know, you give the chance to the main character's already built up, and you can build a great villain then from there. So I think that's their problem. Anyway, but I don't think for too long, they still have some great villains that they can use.
Like who?
In the comics, you know, there's like Taskmaster. They're gonna get Fantastic Four back, I think, at some point soon. You'll have Doctor Doom then. I swear to God, they fucked that up, man. People are gonna go ape shit.
Yeah, but even if you compare this, let's just say Doctor Strange, actually maybe not Doctor Strange because it's new. I don't want to spoil it. But what's the one before that? Civil War.
Civil War, yeah. Compare
Civil War to even just the trailer of Logan.
Okay.
How different they were, you know.
Yeah.
They're just Civil War is just like, we're gonna show you almost everything that's going to happen, you know.
No, well, to a degree, but Marvel is kind of Marvel. It's called Marvel. It's in the fucking name. Spectacle. You know, that's why you're going to see it, and you want a great story along with that, and you know, great acting and all that. But that's what they're gearing towards. With Logan, that's what X-Men used to be, and X-Men to a degree started it. But they're kind of Logan's its own thing. It's not really deeply connected with the other X-Men movies.
Why can't we have that in these films? Why can't?
To an extent, we get it with the Netflix shows, but
that's why I like them.
Do you know? I can imagine at some point we'll get an R-rated Marvel movie, like
you think
something like Blade or Ghost Rider. You know, they've seen how big, you know, Deadpool took off, and now Logan's gonna take off. They've seen that there's money to be made with R-rated.
Not as much though. How much did Deadpool make?
Deadpool is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. That made more than Guardians.
Yeah, but that's an R-rated movie. How much did Avengers make?
Which one?
The first one.
Third highest grossing movie ever made.
Yeah.
1.6
billion. When you're just gonna
see it and
cut
buy
off
toys
a couple, like $1 billion, you know, might as well just forget it.
Yeah, but there's not like I think a lot of those characters that are more suited to being there's no point in making a R-rated Iron Man movie, because it doesn't really fit, does it?
No.
Just there's no point making these R-rated for the sake of it.
No, but maybe, because isn't there's storylines in Iron Man comics where he's like trying to get himself off of alcohol, and he's just like.
Well, they deal with that a little bit in the movies.
They deal with it, but very. No, because they
tip off of it.
Didn't they in Iron Man 3? Weren't they trying to deal with that storyline, but they just made it PTSD instead of booze?
kind of.
Yeah.
That's a famous arc
That's
from the comics.
But that's what we need. Like, and even
But that doesn't need to be R-rated. They could do that in a
well, if
12 movie. Alcoholism, yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
Maybe in like a fun way, because like Thor does it in a fun way.
He drinks all the time.
Yeah, like
well,
they're all.
they do it. Iron Man's drunk for the first 2 movies. Most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know. They
Hey, drunk. What was that point a second ago?
They just need to change their way if they want to keep it.
Yeah, well, like the only characters that suit 18s movies, or even 16s.
No, everyone suits everyone.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I don't think so.
No, I think so.
I don't think so.
Like what?
Well, like Captain America, I don't think should be 18s or 16s. I don't think.
Imagine.
Black Widow maybe would
Yeah.
suit being kind of darker and 16s. In terms of a mainstay character who could get a movie, that would maybe suit. Punisher would suit. Blade would suit. Ghost Rider would suit. Those are Daredevil. But that's why they're on Netflix, so they can do that. They can make them super gross and there's more of it as well. It's not waiting 2 years between movies, 3 years between movies, and having to be they're in their own little place. And I like them there. I like having them there. Where I can watch 13 hours and they have better villains. And
It's I don't know. It's because even DC do it to an extent where they're able to just kill someone off, even though those films are not doing that well.
No,
they have like that integrity to kill people off.
Yeah, but like you have with Batman vs Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that should have been R-rated?
No.
There's not. Why?
It's nothing really
doesn't need
there.
Doesn't need to be R-rated.
Batman.
There's dark Superman stories. Batman should be R-rated.
Yeah.
Batman's who's been R-rated.
Well,
Superman doesn't.
Even their R-rated cut, that was just to get a bit more money.
Yes.
Because I saw some of the scenes in that, and it's just like a little bit of CGI blood in the wall, and maybe like a fuck in there.
They say fuck a couple times. Yeah, that's it.
It's a sad state of affairs when money dictates it.
I genuinely believe that the Batman movie will be 16s.
16s?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
I would say
with an 18s director cut.
Yeah.
As well. Because I think they're gonna go dark and violent and really sick.
Well, that's the one that can go really dark. Like that can dip its toe in.
Suicide Squad should have as well. Stuff with the Joker. There's some really dark, horrible stuff that they tipped off a little bit, but should have gone a bit deeper into.
Yeah. I don't know. Suicide Squad is. I don't even open that kind of worms.
We went into a tangent. We were supposed to talk about Doctor Strange and how we liked it.
It was good. Scott Derrickson, director.
Great director.
Strange because he's a horror director.
Is it strange? Is it?
Oh fuck! I was listening. Fuck! I was listening to you talk earlier on, and you went, it's surreal. Oh, it's weird. Yeah. And I was like, he's gonna say. It's about the 5th time I've done it in the last 24 hours. I keep saying strange, and I feel like a gobshite because I hate it. I don't know. It's odd.
A trippy movie. It's visually, it's one of the most impressive movies.
They use this almost. What's it called? Not hourglass. Fuck. I can't remember what it's called, but they keep this effect it's almost like when you look into your eye and you see all those weird lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Keep changing.
Yeah.
And they use that effect all the time, like buildings morphing and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. Like,
and
it's different.
When I was watching it, each time there was an act, because all the action sequences, there's none that are just straightforward.
No.
They're all just like they're trying to take these very weird, not strange,
No.
these very weird sort of wild cards to change up a fight. And every time I was watching a new fight, I was like, how is this gonna like be weirder than the last one? And they keep doing it. Like one of the climactic fights in the film is insane. Like when everything was like, there was like stairs just floating in the middle of nowhere and shit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Like I don't even know how you direct that.
That would have been a nightmare to storyboard, wouldn't it? Fuck me. Like, just keeping track. I to a degree, I think they just filmed them running on a green screen treadmill.
You said that yesterday, and I'm almost thinking
I would not be surprised at all if they just filmed loads of shots like that in a green screen room and just kind of went with it after that.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah,
you probably have to, because it was just all it was
mind-boggling. Like really, it's hard for us to keep up. Imagine meticulously going through it. Like,
what else? There was the story itself. I I enjoyed because it was a little bit different. Like I really liked the whole downplayed romance, even though I've heard people say that Rachel
why have her
McAdams,
in it?
she's just
not in it
exactly the same as Natalie Portman, where she's gonna be there and we're probably
no, but she was in it just enough that she didn't intrude on the story or take up too much time. Yeah. But enough that we kind of liked her and
yeah, she was.
We wanted them to get together. I will say I love the after credit scene, which I'm not gonna say because I wouldn't dare do that to other Marvel fans. But I think it's probably the mid credit scene is probably the best one.
Because it's 2.
Yes, there's 2. Stay till the very end.
Yeah.
It's probably the best one I think since Winter Soldier.
They're always the like the star of the show.
The after credit scenes. Yeah. It's almost the point. It is a bit redundant.
Yeah.
That's like, we'll wait to get 15 seconds of footage for a teaser for the next movie. Like, yeah.
And then we're back onto that tangent again.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny, like how in Batman vs Superman, not Batman vs Suicide Squad, and the Flash shows up. And now, if a Justice League trailer hadn't come out 2 weeks earlier and we got loads of Flash footage, that'd have been really cool and that'd have been really exciting.
I'm so glad they fired your man who was in charge, or they changed them, because these are like rookie mistakes.
Oh, it's ridiculous, like, because I don't know how you can fuck up so badly when you have someone who's doing so well, who's a few years ahead of you. Why don't just completely emulate what they're doing and look at what they're doing? I just
be patient. Just be patient. Back onto Doctor Strange, though.
Yes.
What do you think of the soundtrack?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
There's some.
I don't know.
It felt like it ripped a bit from. I know the guy did the Star Trek soundtrack because Chris told us going in.
Yeah.
Our mate Chris told us going in that he did the Star Trek soundtrack, and I could almost hear the sound. But some parts that felt like it ripped from it.
Did you ever hear the song Golden Brown?
I love Golden Brown.
Yeah, do you know that? I don't know what instrument it is. I don't think it's a guitar, but it's like this really high strumming.
That's like an organ, not an organ, a keyboard or something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
They were using that whatever that instrument is.
Yeah.
And I was thinking last night about it, and I've been waiting for so long for a superhero movie not to have that like orchestral sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this comes along and it doesn't, and I was like, I didn't miss it, but I was like, it doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Out of place.
You could say the soundtrack is very
odd.
Odd, yeah. That's what I'd say. I was gonna say.
What else is there in there? There's
in Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
We talked about the cast a little bit. I like Chiwetel Ejiofor. I liked his character.
Same. Was he supposed to be from? Where were they?
Nepal, yeah. I'd assume he's African. He had a bit of an African
I heard because I kept hearing his English accent break in.
Yeah.
Like almost, not constantly, but it just it sounded like this weird voice he was doing. He's great though.
It is. It's funny how like easy he found the place though. Isn't it, Doctor Strange, the temple place? It's like, do people in the world not know what this exists?
They are
just walk in like
magic powers, and it was like on the side of a shitty street.
Yeah.
We were like little homeless boys running around.
Yeah, it's weird.
What an odd.
Cool. Good movie though. I'd recommend it.
I would too. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's good. One of the better.
I wouldn't say expect like anything a game changer.
No.
But it's the same as Guardians or like Ant-Man, where it's just like it's a solid movie.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we have on that. Next up, we talked about it last week a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to bring it back up again because I think we got a bit off topic. I say last week as if the viewers can listen to that episode. They can't. Once again, because somebody didn't press record.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Oh,
we have clowns, man.
Oh,
back onto the clowns.
Yeah.
So we tried to solve it, but I guess you can't.
Our solution, which was a very unorthodox one, was to make...
It would have worked, though.
To enforce, almost in a World War II-esque way, everyone has to wear a clown
costume.
At all times.
Everyone's wearing it. It's not a creepy clown. It's just a creepy
person.
guy.
Yeah.
It's a person.
And I don't think we can do that.
No,
it's probably breaking some sort of law.
I don't... Okay, let's just say there's no way to fix it. How do you... Like, what do you do? You're walking down the street, right? You're walking home, as you do, 4 a.m, piss drunk sometimes.
Yeah.
You're walking home,
I see.
And just underneath the fucking the lights, the street lamps. Oh, I forgot the word for a second there. Street lamps. Almost in a horror movie-esque way. There's a fucking clown.
A clown in the mist.
What do you do?
Oh,
Would you walk the other way?
do I do?
Would you walk a 20-minute longer route just to get around it?
Well, I've done that to avoid a past pupil that I've known. You know, I've done it to avoid my sister.
Yeah.
You know,
That's bad. Now. If I saw my sister out and about, I'd
that was maybe a slight over exaggeration.
Sometimes I think like during the summer, if you saw me, you'd walk across the road.
Yeah,
Just to avoid me.
I don't like talking to people, but a clown, I think I'd walk the other way. I mean,
Yeah, you would do, wouldn't you?
yeah, I'd like to say that
I would come near the fucking thing.
I'd challenge him and like fight him, but no.
Ah, it's fucking
I
hard.
saw a video. Do you remember because there's loads of videos online of people like encountering them, and I saw one where the clown hit the guy in the head with a 2x4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're attacking people.
This is like it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Like if it was only lads having a laugh, it'd be grand. It's people going out with knives, and even if they're not gonna stab anyone, they still have a fucking knife, and they're
Yeah.
running at someone with a knife, or people slamming into the side of cars. You know, there is a sinister thing about it.
well, it's sort of intrinsically sinister.
Yeah,
and
but
dark
there's a line that's being crossed
from fun to
fun. Yeah, fun. Someone having a joke,
dreading.
like a guy, dressed up as Jason walking through the woods to scare people. That's funny. Because you know that's a joke, but clowns, I don't know what it is about it. Clowns just is. I just don't find that funny. I just think.
Are you afraid of clowns?
No.
No.
No, I'm not afraid of clowns. I'd be afraid of a clown running at me with a knife.
Mm.
But that's it. I'd be afraid of a normal person running at me with a knife too, I think.
Yeah. Does the clown add any extra?
I think it's the fact it's a mask.
It's makeup?
No, a lot of them are wearing masks.
Masks?
So, yeah, well, makeup mask. It's someone's hiding their identity. You know.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of it.
Yes, they're almost not a person then. You know.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
I think
It's like little Gary going home to his kids afterwards, scaring the shit out of people with machetes and shit.
I think the way to solve it is just to wait for it all to blow over.
Yeah, but this has been going on for like 3 years. Like it was a small thing 2-3 years ago, and now it's blown up.
Last 2 months, it's become like an epidemic.
And people are going to start doing it now on Halloween.
Halloween's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
That's gonna be very bad.
or the day there's the Garda strike is on. Could
No,
be
because
another one
that's
as
in
well.
November. So
Yeah, but do you think this is going to completely blow over after Halloween? People already
no,
doing it for a
it's gonna
scary thing?
drop dramatically.
Yeah.
We might start seeing like people dressed up as Santa Claus or something
Well, that's okay.
with a knife
Yeah. Well, you'd laugh though
until he stabs you.
until you stab.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But I don't know. Maybe just shoot on sight.
Yeah. And all right, since this is a kind of somewhat to a degree Halloween special,
Ooh.
it's our first episode. We're gonna talk about ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ooh.
We have them with us right now.
So why are we bringing up ghosts, Ben?
Well, and this is perfect for Halloween, but I want to talk all spooky.
Yeah. Let's talk about spooky. Like.
But in the last 2 weeks,
Oh, fucking 2 weeks. Yeah.
there's been an increasing astral, physical being presence almost that's been shadowing James
Yes.
everywhere he goes.
So I've had a few spooky things happen to me lately that is actually quite unnerving. More than I thought something like that would. So my parents went away on holidays for the past couple of weeks. They got back a few days ago, but I initially thought it was in my head because I was like, oh, I'm in the house on my own. It's nearly Halloween, I'm just imagining it. But I was brushing my teeth and I heard a whistle come. Like,
Was this the first?
This was the first. Yeah, this was the first.
This is
thing.
like day one in the Amityville.
Yeah, this was I think the second or third day they were gone.
Oh my god!
And I just hear like I look behind me. What the fuck? The window's closed, so it didn't come from outside.
Yeah.
But it felt like directly behind me, like. And I turned around and I was like, oh fuck, so I just ran down and got the dog, brought the dog upstairs and stuff.
That beast that will protect you.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
little pomegranate. What is it?
She's a cross between a Yorkie and a Bichon Frise.
Yeah.
So
That's a real
she'll
guardian dog.
protect me.
So,
uh,
but was the lights off?
no, it was nighttime. I was brushing my
Nighttime.
teeth, about to go to bed, but the lights. Were
Oh,
on.
that's fucked.
The lights were on.
So then,
I
did
was
you
afraid
just
to
like?
look in the mirror then?
Oh, that's the thing. I don't like looking in mirrors at
behind
night
you,
time.
Jesus, yeah.
So did you just like sit down in the sitting room for how long?
Well, I went down to the kitchen, and I had I think I had a cigarette, and then I brought the dog upstairs with me, and I just lied in bed watching on YouTube, and I almost kind of put it to the back of my head because I was like, that's
Just try to forget.
So that was incident one.
Incident 1.
Incident 2. My sister came over for the last few days my parents were away, and with her boyfriend, and they were still in the sitting room. We were watching 30 minutes or less, about as unspooky a movie as you can imagine. And you just hear this banging like that coming from upstairs. Like there's someone upstairs. It sounds like my parents are upstairs, and we're all looking at each other. What the fuck? I was like, oh, it must be next door. Right?
What time was this at?
This would have been 8, 9 o'clock
At night.
Something, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what the fuck? So we just kind of ignored it. There must be nothing. Then we pressed play because I paused the movie to listen to it. I pressed play again, and then about 5 seconds later, I heard it again. Another knocking.
Bang, bang, bang.
But a little bit louder. I was like, what the fuck? So I went upstairs and looked around. There's no one there. All the windows were closed. Went back down. Pressed play, and then 5 seconds later, it happens again.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, paused it, and
was anyone like?
We were all looking at each
spooked?
other like, going, what the fuck? Like, that was, because it was weird, because I never hear anything like that in my house before. You can't really hear the neighbours that well.
Yeah.
But these were proper banging, like someone was stomping around upstairs. So that happened. That was creepy.
I was in your house.
Incident 3, you were there for.
Yeah.
When we heard like
almost the same thing.
a kind of a bang.
Yeah.
Coming from the front of the house, like we're in the kitchen.
Well, no, I thought it was coming from the top of the stairs. I thought it came from upstairs.
Yeah.
It sounded like just like footsteps.
Like the dog got out, but the dog was in the kitchen or at the back. So I went in. The front window was open.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe a cat came in or something. But I went upstairs, had a look. There was nothing there.
But it was that sort of like that type of bang that you hear from when something's upstairs, that you can sort of feel the vibrations. You know.
Yeah.
It's not that it was loud. It's just that it wasn't like a car on the street or something.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah, I got goosebumps at that point.
Yeah, that was creepy. So that was
I didn't know how you stayed in that house.
Incident 3. And then incident 4, you're also there for.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Wasn't even in my house, so that's not even fair. Do you know? I mean, if the fucking house is haunted, fine, but don't fucking follow me out of the house.
You're haunted.
Right? I'm fucking haunted. So we're in our friend Eric's, good friend of ours. And I don't know, did you notice we were talking for a few minutes and I just kind of went pale white.
And looked
because I heard a whisper coming from behind me. Jeez. Couldn't really make out what it said, but it was like a...
that's fucked.
Like really, like not loud, but kind of clear. I heard it. And I was just kind of staring at the table, like sweating, pale white, almost about to cry. I was like, this isn't happening to me. Yeah, and that happened as well. So that's incident number 4. So I had 4 spooky encounters.
And that's in the last 10 days, maybe more.
10 days.
So it's only sort of escalating.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why all of a sudden this happened. My house has apparently been haunted before.
Yeah.
Because when my sister was 12, I still don't know if I believe her. She said she woke up and there was a orb.
Yeah.
With a face in it, like floating above her bed. She took a photo of it and showed us the photo as well. And there was an orb with a face in it. So I was convinced she took a photo of a DVD cover or something like that. A priest came to the house, got blessed the house and all, like.
That's crazy.
To get rid of the ghosts.
You had an exorcism.
But the weird thing was I was watching TV a few days, like less than a week later, watch on the Discovery Channel or something, and something about ghosts came up, and it was the same thing. It was
an orb.
An orb hanging above someone's yoke, someone's bed, in the middle of the night. Exactly how she described it. So I thought that was a bit weird. I still don't know if I believe her because I think something like that, something that overt, like a whisper or something you can always tell yourself you're wrong. But you know, if you see it right there in front of you, does that not change your entire perspective on life and affect you forever?
Yeah, you're like, I don't think you're afraid of death at that point.
Yeah,
you're probably going to change into some sort of religious belief.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, my sister's not really religious at all, so I'm skeptical about that. But I've had my own shit lately. So
do you think it's going to get any worse? Because it's literally any moment. Like
well, when was the last time? It was a few days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were in Eric's on Saturday.
Yeah, I hope
that's
not.
A couple.
Well, I'm pissing off over to England tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't follow me over there.
They can. They can fly. Creepy. Ghosts can fly.
Ghosts can fly. That's true, isn't it?
They
can, yeah. It's good. They have passports as well, don't they?
No.
Go around the plane.
They're ghosts.
They're ghosts, aren't they?
But what's your course of action?
Who am I gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Oh, Christ.
I don't know. I'll deal with it. You know.
Yeah. So if anyone of you know any Roman gypsies or priests that can come and exorcise my friend,
Shamans of
Yeah.
some sort, you know.
take his soul.
Let us know.
That's important.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all? Everything? I think we went through everything.
I think we went through everything. What time are we at?
50 minutes.
How many?
50.
Oh, that's grand.
That's a grand one, isn't it? All right, so we'll wrap up here. This has been Drinking Thinking. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to talk hard, steal the air, say shit and fuck a million times. If you want, you can follow us on Facebook, Drinking _Thinking and youtube.com/Dangerous Productions
Inc. Yes.
Maybe
It's
there's
a
link
mouthful,
on the
but there'll be a link on the page.
more likely than not, you were watching the YouTube video, so we just put the mouse down a little bit, you know, on the left hand side somewhere.
You're there.
The subscribe button.
There you go.
You've heard our voice, so let's hear yours. Don't forget to comment down below, like, share,
You're good.
all that jazz. I listen to a lot of
You make me
podcasts,
want to subscribe.
We will see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.